only two types of traders, a scalper and a swing trader, but I'm a mix of both. And I have this challenge that I'm doing with a live account, taking it from $200 to $20,000. And somebody in this challenge asked me, let me read this. Hey Marky, can you do a video explaining how you're trading this challenge versus how you trade futures? So I do two types of trades. I trade in this group chat, which is a Forex live account, and then I also trade in the Legacy Live Discord, which is a futures prop firm. Now, what is the different approach that I take when I'm trading a futures prop firm versus when I'm trading this live account? And the answer is quite simple. On Forex, you have different advantages. You can hold your trades, first of all, longer. You can hold it over the market close and into the market open. You can also trade smaller micros. And I'm talking about not just one micro, but the equivalent of like 1/10 of a micro, which is 0.01 on a live account. And on this challenge, what I do is I build a buffer before I actually take bigger trades. On the prop firms, we already have that like buffer. We already have that extra leverage. We can take bigger trades. We can place 5, 10 micros or even minis. And that wouldn't really affect us because we have the 50K. We already have the prime balance. And on top of that prime balance, you can withdraw whatever you make. But on the live account, we're not at the prime balance. For a live account, I'd say like 5 grand is what you need to consistently make a full-time income. And by full-time income, I just mean like you can make at least 4K in a month from a 5K account. At least if you're taking like some small trades, securing a few $100s here and there. But on the prop firm account, you're already there. You're already there. On our live account, we're not there yet. And so the approach that I'm taking is, first of all, taking smaller risk trades. And I'm talking about 0.02, 0.03 on gold. We scale it up, we take some wins, and when we have that buffer, I use bigger risk to try to push further into the account. And the further that I get, the tighter the trades I'm going to be taking, the higher risk that I'm going to be using. Because that's how you're going to grow without holding your trades for way too long. But if you guys have noticed, I take some really long trades, and I mean like I'll hold them for like literally half the day if that's what it takes until it hits our target. What I do on the live account is I use less risk, but I aim for those daily targets. I aim for the narrative. And last week, we didn't really have that on gold. If you guys were paying attention, if you guys watch gold, it was like moving sideways. And when this happens, when we're trying to swing trade, we can't make any profits. Do you know why? Because if we're aiming for 100, 200 pips, which is like above the range, or even if we're selling below the range for our target, if the range is moving like this, like the whole week it was moving like this until like Friday, and then we dropped out of it, we won't hit any take profit. We won't hit any profits at all. We'll be taking trades and it's going to move sideways. We're never going to hit our profit target. And so in that situation, the best thing for you to do is to step away. You don't trade. And that's what I did. On futures, you don't need that, right? You're already at your prime balance. You're scalping. So the difference is pretty much scalping versus swing trading. So on that legacy account, what I do is I go in with 5 to 8 micros and I click a little scalp trade, close for $300, $400, whatever the profit target is for the day. And that right there is already withdrawable profit, right? We can already take that money away from the prop firm account when we're eligible for a payout. On the live account, we're not there yet. We don't want to be taking out $30. Like, that's not worth it for us. So we're obviously scaling. It's a difference in scaling versus already being at the prime goal and then just withdrawing the money that you make on top of that. So that's the lesson I wanted to give you guys, is figure out what approach you're taking based off of the account that you're trading. If you're trading a live account, you got to figure out, are you at your goal already? Are you at a decent enough capital where you can withdraw everything you make on top? Or do you want to scale? And if you're scaling, you have to take that approach where you're trading smaller, building a buffer, risking the buffer to grow the account. And if that means that you're going to have to risk the buffer to lose, go back to a lower risk, make money, risk the buffer again a few times, then that's what you're going to have to do. On the prop firm account, all you really have to do is make sure that you're not going into drawdown and making money on top of the balance that you have in the account. That is the difference. If you guys are wondering what live account broker to use, what broker I use for this challenge, you guys can see the link in the description. And then if you guys also want to trade with Legacy, I do daily live streams in there. You guys can copy it whether you're trading on Legacy or on your live account. You guys can just join to learn the concepts that I trade. And I have videos all over my YouTube channel on the strategies, on the concepts. So if you guys want to see those used live action, it's literally live. then you guys can also join the community and click the link whenever I go live. Then you guys can watch, you guys can learn, and you guys can copy my trades completely for free. If you guys want to get a legacy account, the platform is also amazing. It's DX Trade. Then click the link down below and you guys can see. Also during my live stream, I do show off the legacy prop firm. That's what I actually trade during my live stream. So if you guys want to follow along and trade with me, then go ahead and click those links in the description. That's it for today's YouTube video. It's pretty short, but very informative. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.